In a win for Aussie workers, the ATO have announced that they've managed to recoup nearly $1.1 billion in unpaid superannuation. This is for nearly 1 million employees. This is in the last financial year alone. Let's break down some of their report. So they're stating that the majority of Aussie employers are doing the right thing, but there is a certain element that continues to break the rules. There's currently 942,500 employers who are employing 14.9 million eligible workers for superannuation. So in last year, they raised over $800 million in superannuation guarantee charge liabilities, and this was conducted in more than 15,000 audits. Definitely kept them busy, and there was over $200 million in penalties raised. So of these cases, there was nearly 20,000 director penalty notices issued, and over 2,800 of these cases actually went legal. So they're not mucking around. Now, the biggest change to superannuation since it was first introduced in the early 90s is coming on July 1, 2026, and we call this payday super. It's when employers, regardless of their size, are required to pay superannuation on the day that the employee is actually paid. Now, a lot of employees don't realise that they're not actually getting paid super on the day that they get paid because they see it on their pay slip and they just assume. But since superannuation was first introduced, as I said, in the early 90s, an employer isn't required to pay it more often than quarterly. Depending on their size, some have been required to pay it monthly, but the majority are actually paying it quarterly. So it is a good reminder to check out your superannuation fund, especially with the Christmas break coming up, to ensure that your employer has actually paid it on time. So just check out your payslip, your year-to-date figures, and have a look and see what's actually gone into your fund. But everything will change come July 1, 2026. Now, there has been a lot of pushback from smaller employers and small business councils stating that there should have been a honeymoon period for those micro employers or more small business employers, those with under 20 employees. But it's all in all at once. So from July 1, 2026, every time an Aussie employee is paid, their employer is required to pay that straight to their superannuation fund. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes with the ATO, and especially with payroll accounting software. You can imagine how much needs to actually get done. So if you are an employer, this is something you're going to have to keep a track of. Make sure that you reach out to your accountant or bookkeeper to ensure everything is in order for a smooth transition. If you haven't already done so, hit the follow button for more.